Kevin Lee saying we're killing the sport for money because we're fighting at the apex. And I get it. Like, we're well past what we went through in 2020 when they needed the apex. They're still fighting there. They have a contract with the with ESPN, so it really doesn't matter where they fight. Yeah, they're giving up gate, but they're still getting paid. And that's kind of where I think Kevin Lee's going with this. The other problem with Kevin Lee getting involved in this is he's just getting welcomed back into the UFC. Don't come in criticizing your employer. It makes it easier for him to let you go later, especially if you lose 2 in a row. You're probably gone again. MMA Junkie saying UFC champ Jamal Hill doubts Alex Pereira's power, translates to 205. Here's the trouble with that is he'll go up to 205. And a lot of times when guys go up a division, maybe the power doesn't always translate, but there will be a speed factor. Luckily, Alex Pereira doesn't have much speed as it is. He's built on power. He's not built on speed. So Jamal Hill may have a point here. Hard to say until it happens. But I don't think you just give Alex Pereira a top fight against Jamal Hill right out the gate, especially after losing the middleweight belt. He's got to come in and beat somebody first. At least fight an Anthony Smith, somebody that you should beat. No offense to Anthony Smith, but I'm just saying someone in the top 10 at least, and then maybe you can start barking up that tree. Daniel Cormier boots Robbie Lawler from list of UFC welterweight greats in favor of Tyron Woodley. Well, yeah, I think so. I mean, listen, Tyron Woodley had a hard and quick crash, quick downfall, but he's still one of the best fighters that the division's ever seen. And look, he got taken down eventually by Kamaru Usman, who ended up being another great welterweight. It's not like Tyron Woodley lost to someone who lost their next UFC title fight and lost the title. He lost to someone who ended up being the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. So despite Tyron Woodley's hard fall, yeah, he's still one of the best fighters of that division. Not the best, but one of the best that the division has ever seen. Here we go, Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley reacts to rumored UFC fight between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, saying neither of them look like they could hurt anybody. Is more or less what he's saying. Now, again, Mark Zuckerberg trains MMA. He's been in an MMA fight. He's got some experience in that department, so I'm willing to bet that Zuckerberg's got more than we realize. Elon Musk is the one that would need like serious training. I don't know how serious people were taking this fight, between the billionaires, but at the end of the day, I'd love to see it, And you got to give him credit. If I got $1 billion, I'm probably not getting in a fight. I'm probably paying someone to handle my light work. But at the end of the day, if these two get in there, I'm going to pay to watch it. I mean, I just am. Just because I'm interested, Like to see Elon Musk win, but wouldn't be surprised when Mark Zuckerberg beats the heck out of him, just because he has more experience. And that pays off. Like Elon Musk can go train with whoever. You're not going to change a guy too much in a short amount of time. All you're going to do is boost his head up thinking he can win. And, it's not going to go that way. But listen, for all I know, Elon Musk could have more pop than I think he does. We'll see. Marlon Vera looks to make a statement against Henry Cejudo. I'm winning this fight at all costs. And I just don't know, man. I don't know. Henry Cejudo has proven he can beat almost anyone. He just lost to Aljamain Sterling, who's at the height of his career after sitting out for 2 or 3 years. So that's a tough, that's a tall task. I didn't think he'd get the job done, and he didn't. But, to say you're going to make a statement against Henry Cejudo, that's hard to do, man. But we'll see. You got Sean Strickland in the news. Of course, he's fighting this week. You got Davis and Figueiredo sliding into the DM of Mark Zuckerberg. Everyone's trying to cash in on this. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. Everybody's trying to cash in. So Volkanovski sees Ilia Topuria as next potential title challenger. Just give me a guy. And he's like hungry for a guy. Like he just wants to, but he better worry about Yair first, because Yair Rodriguez is going to bring it. Don't think he's going to win, but he's certainly going to bring it. And don't start looking past Yair, or else you're going to find yourself in a rematch real quick. Focus on Yair, then turn to Ilia Topuria, who probably won't beat Volkanovski, but they're kind of built the same. Could be an interesting fight. You know, Topuria found himself in trouble in certain aspects of the last fight against Josh Emmett, but he still closed the door and won. The question is, would Volkanovski finish Emmett? I think he would. That's the difference. And that's why I would still go with Volkanovski. Please believe it. So, you know, that's what you got going on in the world of MMA. Those are kind of the hot topics, if you will, right now. And it seems like every day there's something going on, man. There's something going on almost every day. Now, the due list has not changed. And it doesn't change until the pay-per-view event is over. So it will not change until we get to UFC 290, which is about 10 days away now. Once that's over, right, you're going to have Volkanovski down there, number 9 in the due list, taking on Yair Rodriguez. So we'll have to wait till that turns out. You got Aljamain Sterling in yellow because he's fighting Sean O'Malley, who's actually ranked number 12. So it's 2 guys inside the due list, top 20, that'll be going at it. But still at the top, you got Khamzat Chimaev, right? He's still number 1 on the due list. Of course, you got John Jones, who we're waiting to see who he's going to fight next. Should be Pavlovich, but we'll see. If he fights Stipe, I'm going to be mad because that's not really a fight. Islam Makhachev still waiting in the wings. And I think now Charles Oliveira gets the rematch. And that's going to be exciting. Because Islam should win that fight, but you never know, right? Number 4, Yuri Prochazka, he's still up there waiting for the comeback, you know. And unfortunately, had to move Jamal Hill to number 11. We're just going to have to figure out a place for him because he's a top 10 guy here. But right now, he's not in it. Aljamain Sterling 5. Colby Covington at 6, right? He's gonna be fighting Leon Edwards, who's at 10. So that already tells you if they fight today, I believe, based on our list, I believe that Colby Covington will win the welterweight title. And then let's see him fight Hamza. Let's see it. Forget Hamza against Usman. If Hamza goes to welterweight, it needs to be for the title. That's it. Other than that, it should be middleweight. Adesanya waiting on Duplessis and Robert Whittaker to tussle, and then he'll fight the winner. Duplessis talking a big game today. You know, let's see who the top dog is, he says. Oliveira owned UFC 289 and Beneil Dariush. Okay? And all of you that are coming up with excuses now and saying, oh, you know, he got lucky. And you weren't saying that beforehand. You were saying Oliveira's in for a long night. And the fact is, he got the job done. Number 11, Jamal Hill. He should be in the top 10. Just can't figure out where to put him. Sean O'Malley up in there at number 12. You got Bo Nickel at 13. Doesn't even have a UFC fight yet. That ought to tell you how much I believe in that guy. Alexa Grasso is fighting soon against Shevchenko, I believe I read, in a UFC Fight Night main event. You got Brandon Moreno still up in there. Paddy Pimblett, I don't know, he's starting to fall off my radar a little bit. I need to see a fight. Rob Dvalishvili is probably one of the next bantamweight champs. Max Holloway is always going to be in the top 20 until he falls from grace. And then you got Aliskerov who went in there, and Alex Caceres is a guy that I really like at 20 because he started out like 14-12 and has won 7 of the last 8. Much like a Charles Oliveira, he's a late bloomer, right? Got a lot of experience. Luckily, he stayed in the UFC with a lot of losses. You know, he's like 50-50, and now he's won 7 of 8. So suddenly he's risen to the challenge. And, you know, look out for guys like that start slow, and then they start peaking at around the age of 29 or 30, because that's when you're in your prime, especially as a fighter. You see these guys that are 25 and 26, and you think they're all that. They face a veteran, and they find themselves in trouble. This is why you had Raul Rosas Jr. at 18, 19 years old fighting an average UFC fighter, and he got beat pretty good because of the age difference. He's only 19 years old. He's not going to peak till probably 24, 25. He's going to be a bad dude, future champion. Trust me when I tell you.
He's gonna fight, wait, he's gonna fight, wait, hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height, yeah. Bringing that thunder with all his might, saying step up, wanna fight, hold up, think twice, gladiator, assassin, reckless, no abandon, walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass stranded, wake up, hey, where you at, hey, got hit in the head with a baseball bat.